Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome to another edition of Week 3 in the NFL. Hopefully everybody's having a good day thus far. I know I am. I did a video this morning about the Chiefs versus Ravens. Final score was going to be 34-17. Now I'm going to do Week 3, Sunday afternoon and night football. As always, if you are new or returning, do like, comment, share, subscribe to this video. Also, if you are new, or if you're on either Twitter or Instagram, do follow me at TonyGumbel21. That is TonyGumbel21. Yesterday we had a huge slate of games. We're going to start it off with the Bears visiting the Falcons. Now the Falcons have not been good since Super Bowl 51. They had a 28-point lead against the Bears, and they lost to the Bears 30-26. Now, interestingly enough, today it was reported that Nick Foles is going to be the Bears' quarterback, and Mitchell Trubisky is now on the bench. Why would Mitchell Trubisky be on the bench if the Bears won yesterday? Anyway, Nick Foles yesterday went 16 of 29, 188 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. David Montgomery went 14 carries for 45 yards and no touchdowns. The Bears are 3-0. Do you understand me? The Bears are 3-0. On the other side of the football, Matt Ryan went 19 of 38, 238 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. The Falcons start their season off at 0-3. Now, Todd Gurley, who was on the Rams last year, comes over to his team that he played, he comes back home to Atlanta, and he had 14 carries for 80 yards and 1 touchdown. Moving on, we had a tie yesterday in the Bengals-Eagles game. The Bengals versus the Eagles. One's a bear, the other's a bird. It ended up in a tie yesterday with Joe Burrow, the fresh face of the Cincinnati Bengals, going 31 of 44, 312 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Joe Mixon had 17 carries for 49 yards, no touchdowns. The Bengals finished the day yesterday at 0-2-1. The one being a tie. They go up against the Eagles. Carson Wentz goes 29 of 47, 225 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. They too are 0-2-1. And Miles Sanders goes carried the ball 18 times for 95 yards, no touchdowns. Moving forward. Now this is the first tie of the 2020 season. Who knows? There might be many more ties after this. Moving forward, we had the 49ers. The NFC North champs last year, going back to the East Coast and facing the Giants. The Giants laid a huge goose egg. Final score was 36-9. Jimmy Garoppolo is hurt. He did not play yesterday, which means that Nick Mullins was the starting quarterback. He goes 25 of 36, 343 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. The 49ers are 2-1 headed in the next week. Now, here's an interesting story. Jerick McKinnon. I went to Georgia Southern, and he went to Georgia Southern as well. And guess who he plays for? The 49ers. He had 14 carries for 38 yards and 1 touchdown. The Giants, the Giants are just tanking right now. There are many teams in the NFL that are tanking. None as bad as the Giants. The Giants have Daniel Jones, and they also have Devontae Freeman, who signed a 1-year deal early in the week last week. Daniel Jones goes 17 of 32, 179 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. The Giants are now 0-3, headed into week 4. Devontae Freeman, as I mentioned, sorry about that long pause, was on the Falcons, and the Falcons let him go. Goes 5 carries for 49 yards and no touchdowns. Crazy. All right, moving forward. The Raiders travel. This is another team that had to travel to the East Coast. The Raiders go to Foxborough, a.k.a. Robert Kraft land, a.k.a. Bill Belichick land, which is what I'm going to call it. They go to Foxborough, and they play the Patriots. Final score in this game was 36-20. Cam Newton, newest member quarterback of the Patriots, goes 17 of 28, 162 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Starting off his new season pretty dang on good. He only played a couple of games last season before he was out with a ankle injury. He's doing pretty dang good nowadays. He really is. I mean, for him to go from a team who hadn't been to a Super Bowl since Super Bowl 50, has this huge meltdown after the game, walks off, and then is able to really pick it up this season. Oh, they're on pace for something special. Now, Sony Michel did not play last week against the Seahawks because of his father passing. Comes back this week, has one heck of a game. Goes 9 carries for 117 yards, no touchdowns. On to the losing team, Derek Carr. Derek Carr, last Monday night, torched the Saints. Going to Foxborough, lose by 16. Derek Carr goes 24 of 32, 261 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Both teams are 2-1. Both teams are 2-1. Josh Jacobs, last week, impressive stats. The Saints had a hard time of stopping him. He goes 16 carries for 71 yards, no interceptions. Going on, the Titans. Ryan Tannehill, Mike Vrabel, Derrick Henry, all those guys. They are really picking up from where they left off last year. They go into Minnesota and beat the Vikings by one. Ryan Tannehill. Who would have thought Ryan Tannehill would be this hot in his second season, as he was backup quarterback to Marcus Mariota last year, until Marcus Mariota totally laid a goose egg. And then he comes in, leads the Titans all the way. Nobody thought that the Titans would make it that far. You go to Foxborough. You beat one of the greatest of all time in Tom Brady in the wild card game. When in doubt, give the ball to Derrick Henry. Then you go to Baltimore and you beat the incoming MVP, Lamar Jackson. Once again, got to give the ball to Derrick Henry. You make it to the AFC Championship game. The AFC Championship game. Now, like I said, this team is picking up from where they left off last season. Ryan Tannehill goes 23 of 37, 321 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. That's fine. Give the ball to Derrick Henry. Bursts his way onto the scene. 26 carries for 119 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he signed a huge contract in the offseason, which he's going to be a Titan for a long time. Now, on the other side of the football, Kirk Cousins, Mr. You like that, goes 16 of 27, 251 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Dalvin Cook goes 22 carries for 181 yards and 1 touchdown. Here's another team that made it to the playoffs last season. They start their season at 0-3. We're almost done here, folks. All right.